My screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we want to talk about Adhaan and Iqama. We're going to talk about Adhaan and Iqama. Now, as you know, in all Muslim countries, when you say Muslim countries, it means the countries where Islam is predominant. Where Islam is predominant, we have a lot of Muslims. You have a lot of masajids in those places. Adhan is called aloud 5 times a day. And you must have heard it. Have you ever wondered how it started? I'm asking you, Siddiqa.
Huh?
Whenever you hear the Adhan, does it occur to you that have you ever asked yourself that where did it start from and when did it start?
Uh,
Yes. Does it ever occur to you? Now let's talk about the story. A long time ago, when the Muslims migrated from Mecca to Medina, they used to agree about a fixed time for congregational prayers. Means when they want to pray in congregation, they used to agree that we're going to pray at 2 p.m., we're going to pray at 4, we're going to pray at 7, we're going to pray at 8. They have fixed times for the time for salawat for salah. But they found it difficult to remember that the time for the prayer sometimes. So sometimes they might forget to remember the time for the salah, especially when they were busy doing the work. So sometimes when they're quite busy, they might forget about the time for salah. The way it happens everywhere, except people who have a way to call people for adhan when it's time for salah. One day, the Prophet ﷺ and the Muslims discussed the matter of calling the people for congregational prayer at the exact time. Some of the believers suggested that the use of something like a bell, like the Christians, others suggested that the use of horn, like the Jews, the horn will be blown. So once you hear the horn being blown, who that you're gonna know it's time for Salah. And some people suggested that we should ring bells the way the Christians do ring the bell. But Umar radiallahu anhu suggested that sending someone to announce a prayer it will be good. Then Allah's messenger appointed Bilal to call the people to prayer. Can you imagine Bilal was the one who was appointed by the Prophet of Allah to call people to prayer? But it seems through the study of hadith that the method was not satisfactory. Then the Prophet ﷺ agreed on the use of nakus. Nakus is a conch, sometimes like the bell of the Christians, but he was not happy to use it. It is because of its similarities to that of the Christians. So, but later on in the Riwayah, which we find in Bukhari, it says later on they agreed on the use of calling for Salah. So after all the agreement and disagreement, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam had ordered a bell to be made so that it could be struck to gather people to prayer. On the same day, a companion, Abdullah bin Zayd bin Abdul Rabih, said, I was sleeping when I saw a man carrying a nakus in his hand, and I said, servants of Allah, will you sell this to me? When he asked what I would do with it, I replied that we would use it to call the people to prayer. He said, shall I not guide you to something better than that? I replied, certainly. So he told me to say, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya ala salah, hayya ala al-falah. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله. So this is the way calling the adhan started. Now I'm going to repeat the words again. The words are simple, but the point is you have to repeat the words in the number of times. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. That's 4 times. The first time you say 2 times. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammad. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Say 2 times. Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Alhamdulillah. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله. So this is the way to call the Adhaan, and starting from that time, this is the way people started to gather for salawat. And after the Adhaan, the stranger kept quiet for a while. And then he said, when the congregation is ready, you should say, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Hayya ala salah. Hayya ala al-falah. Qad qamatis salatu. Qad qamatis salah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. So this is the way in which the Iqama has been made. So now I'm gonna read the way to call the Adhaan to all of you that you read after me. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Read after me, please. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
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 أشهد أن محمدا رسول 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 الله.
حي على الصلاة.
حي على الصلاة.
حي على الصلاة.
حي على
الصلاة.
حي على الفلاح.
حي على الفلاح.
حي على الفلاح.
حي على
الفلاح.
الله أكبر، الله أكبر.
الله أكبر، الله أكبر.
لا إله إلا الله.
لا إله إلا الله.
Now, Abdurrahim. Abdurrahim.
Yes.
Now, say it to me, let me hear you.
Okay. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna illallah.
Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah should be said 2 times.
Huh?
Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Yes.
Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Hayya ala salah.
Hayya ala حي على الصلاة
هيا هيا على الصلاة هيا على الصلاة هيا على الفلاح هيا على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
لا إله إلا الله.
لا إله إلا الله.
That's great. Siddiqa,
Yes, sir.
now say it.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la. Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah. Muhammadar Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Hayya ala salah, hayya ala salah. Hayya ala salah. Hayya ala salah.
Yes. Continue. Hayya ala al-falah.
Hayya ala al-falah. Hayya ala al-falah.
Yes.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.
So this is the way to call the adhan for salatul for any salawat. So you're going to be mentioning all these verse 2 times. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. That's one. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya ala salah. Hayya ala salah. Hayya ala al-falah. Hayya ala al-falah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. So whenever you do this, then you're calling the adhan. And remember, adhan is a part of worship, so it should be made whenever you've already made the wudu. No one should make an adhan without wudu. So as we know, it's part of the worship. You should make sure that before you call the adhan, you should have made sure that your wudu is intact, because it's part of the worship. And the way to make the iqama is not quite very different from the adhan, except that we would be saying all the words one time. All the words we repeat it 2 times, we would say them once. Now I'm going to read the iqama to you, then you read after me. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar,
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Abdussalam, I cannot hear you. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله
أشهد أن محمد رسول الله
حي على الصلاة
حي على الصلاة
حي على الفلاح
حي على الفلاح
قد قامت الصلاة.
قد قامت الصلاة
But if you want to connect it to say قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة.
قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة
الله أكبر الله أكبر.
الله أكبر
لا إله إلا الله.
لا إله إلا الله.
Abdul Rahman,
Yes.
now can you read it to me? Make it come up for me.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
Yes.
أشهد أن لا إله
أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله.
أشهد أن محمد رسول الله.
حي على الصلاة. Yes. حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. So it's pretty easy, but I'm going to give it time to next class to memorize how to call the Adhaan and Iqama. So I'm going to test everyone individually in the next class, inshallah. So this is the way the man came and told him. He taught him how to call the Adhaan and how to call the Iqama also. And he said, when I told Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the morning what I'd seen, he said it is a true vision. Inshallah, so get up along with Bilal, and when you have taught him what you have seen, let him use it making the call for prayer. For he has stronger voice than you have. So I got up along with Bilal and began to teach it to him, and he used it in making the call for prayer. Umar bin Khattab heard this when he was in his house, and he came out trailing his cloak and said, Messenger of Allah, by him who has sent you with the truth, I have seen the same kind of thing as has been revealed. To this, Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied, Praise be to Allah. This hadith is found in Darumi, Ahmad bin Majah, and Al-Khuzayma also. It's also found in Tirmidhi. So from that day on to the present day, Adhan is said to gather people for the congregational prayer. Now, before we stop today, we're going to talk about who a Mu'adhin is. The Mu'adhin is a person who calls people for the congregational prayer. So before saying the adhan, he should stand facing the Kaaba, I mean the Makkah. He should face the Qibla. The meaning is he must face the Qibla. He should raise his hands to his ears. He raises his hand this way. He's putting the tip of his forefinger into the ear. So many people the notion that he should do this, the tip of his finger into his ear and call loud voice. He should call with the word with a loud, not pulling out that and saying no. You have to make sure your voice is loud. Let everyone around you hear. Now alhamdulillah, now we have a microphone. If you have a microphone in the mosque, call the adhan within the premises and let people know that it's time for salah. When it says hayya ala salah, you should turn its face to the right. So this is among the conditions of calling the adhan. When you say, you're gonna say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya ala salah. Hayya ala salah. Hayya ala al-falah. Hayya ala al-falah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. So whenever you want to say Hayya ala salah, you turn to the right side, you say Hayya ala salah. Whenever you want to say Hayya ala falah, you turn to the left side and say Hayya ala falah. So this is the condition in calling the adhan. So if you refuse to do all these things, then you should know you've not met up with the condition of calling the adhan. So this is the text in Arabic. For the people who can read Arabic, you can pause the video whenever you want to memorize it and use that to memorize it. It's quite better for you than transliteration. But we transliterated them because of the people who cannot actually read Arabic. So this is the meaning in English. Allahu Akbar, Allah is the greatest. 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 Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, I bear witness that there is no deity but Allah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, I bear witness that there is no deity but Allah, means there is nothing worthy of worship except Allah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, I bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the messenger of Allah. I bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the messenger of Allah. Hayya ala salah, come to salah, come to prayer. Hayya ala salah, come to prayer. Hayya ala al-falah, come to your good. Hayya ala al-falah, come to good. In some book, it's been said, come to success, come to success. Allahu Akbar, Allah is the greatest. Allahu Akbar, Allah is the greatest. La ilaha illallah, there is no deity worthy of being worshipped. So this is the way to call the adhan. But sometimes in the Salatul Fajr, you would notice that you hear some things which are quite different from what we mentioned. And it says additional phrase is included in adhan for Fajr prayer after the second Hayya al-Falah. So what happens is, the way we've learned is the way the adhan is being called in the first time. So many scholars are of the opinion that we would call this, the new one we want to mention now, as Salatul Fajr, that is being called in the first what do you call it, adhan, because in Fajr we have two adhans, but in most masajid today you don't hear that. Even in the kingdom here in Saudi Arabia, they don't call the adhan two times, they only call one time. And they include the as-salatu khayrun min an-nawm. So this is, they say, after ayyan al-falah, they say as-salatu khayrun min an-nawm. الصلاة خير من النوم الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله. So this is the meaning of as-salatu khayru min an-nawm, is that a prayer, prayer is better than sleep. Prayer is better than sleep. So that will allow you to know that it's time to go and pray, and you say that you wake up from your bed and go for salah. So this is the way it's been called. So now let me call it with the salatu khayru min an-nawm again, or I think you should be able to know what I'm saying. So what I mean is, after you say hayya ala al-falah, hayya ala al-falah, as-salatu khayrun min an-nawm, as-salatu khayrun min an-nawm. So make sure that you are very eager to learn all these things, and make sure that you call the adhan. Sometimes in the mosque, tell the mother that, can I call the adhan? So that he can give you the chance to do, if he has the capacity to let you do that. So that's quite good for you. Now let's not talk about when you listen to the adhan. What should you do as a Muslim when the adhan is being called? When the believers hear the adhan, they should listen to it in silence and repeat each phrase of the adhan in silence immediately after the muadhin has finished saying the phrase. So the meaning of what they're saying is this: if the muadhin is calling the adhan, when it says Allahu Akbar, you should say, you listening to him should say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. You should say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. You should say the same thing. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. You should say the same thing. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. You should say Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. You should say the same thing also. Hayya ala salah. Yeah, you say, when it says hayya ala salah, what do you say? You say la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Now let's say together, everybody. La hawla wala quwwata illa billah. So when the muadhin says hayya ala salah, you should say la hawla wala quwwata illa billah. When it says hayya ala salah, you say la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. And when it says hayya ala al-falah, you should say the same also, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Hayya ala al-falah, you should also say la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. You say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. Then you say your own dua. So this is the way to respond to the muadhin. The meaning is, whatever the muadhin is saying, you should say exactly the same thing, except when it says hayya ala salah. When it says hayya ala salah, you say la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. And when it says hayya ala al-falah, you should also say la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. So when the adhan has been completed, the listener and the muadhin recites the the dua unto the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. This is the darud after the adhan. I'm going to read to you. I know some of you have already known this in your.
I know it.
Yes, who's talking?
I know it.
Okay, read it to me.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim wa barik ala Muhammad
Innaka Hamidum Majid.
wa barik ala Muhammad.
Allahumma, you have to start again from Allahumma barik.
Allahumma barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد.
So the what you're saying is correct, but there's an exact word for the root. It has some things in it and some things are not in it. I'm gonna read it. You read after me, everybody. Thank you very much, Hassan. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Say that, everybody. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad.
Muhammad
Wa ala ali Muhammad.
وعلى آل محمد
Wa ala ali Muhammad.
وعلى آل محمد
كما صليت على إبراهيم.
كما صليت إبراهيم
كما صليت على إبراهيم.
كما صليت على إبراهيم
وعلى آل إبراهيم
وعلى إبراهيم
إنك حميد مجيد.
إنك حميد
إنك حميد مجيد.
إنك حميد مجيد
اللهم بارك على محمد.
اللهم بارك
وعلى آل محمد
وعلى آل محمد
كما باركت على إبراهيم
كما باركت على إبراهيم
وعلى آل إبراهيم
وعلى آل إبراهيم
إنك حميد مجيد.
إنك
Now, do not add any word to it and do not subtract or deduct any word from it. So this is an exact word which is for the root, the dua upon the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We have some other ways to say them, like Hassan said, that's also correct. But try to stick to one particular one which you read after the word, after the adhan. So this is the transliteration. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. The translation is, "O Allah, let your peace come upon Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the family of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as you have sent peace upon Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam and his family. Truly, you are praiseworthy and glorious. As innaka Hamidun Majid." Then the next version is Allahumma barik ala Muhammad kama wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidun Majid. O Allah, bless Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the family of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as you blessed Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam and his family. Truly, you are praiseworthy and you are also glorious. So this is the dua which is good for the adhan after the adhan is been called. Now we have some other dua which we have to make after the adhan. I think we will continue that on the next week. So I'm going to give you some tasks to do, and your task will be that you would master the way to pull the adhan, master that properly very well, and you would also master the Iqama. You master that properly, and you would also master what you say, the responses you give after the adhan is being, and when the adhan is being called. Master the responses. Remember that you would be repeating the same word. You will repeat the same word as the Muadhin is making it. But when it says Hayya ala salah, you say La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. When it says Hayya ala salah, you say La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. And when it says Allah Akbar, you do the same thing. Allah Akbar, you do the same thing. La ilaha illallah. Then you make it dua, you wrote Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Now can someone read it to me? The dua on the Prophet. It's right there.
Yes.
Yes, read it to me. Dua on the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I mean the durud. Hello. Can you? Suad.
No.
Can you read it?
Yes.
Okay, read it. Let me hear you.
اللهم رب هذه الدعوة اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة.
No, this, not the dua, the durud. I mean the durud upon the Prophet. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad.
Oh Allah, bless Muhammad. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
I can hear you.
No?
So read the dua in Arabic. Okay, Abu Salam.
Yes.
I think Suad is sleeping. Read the dua after the adhan. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad.
Allahumma rabba hadi.
No. I said read the dua for. Have you memorized the dua upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam after the adhan?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna give it the chance to memorize it. Now let you see. This is the dua I'm demanding you to read to me. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Now read it to me, Abdul Salam.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ali Ibrahim wa ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammad wa ala li Muhammad kama barakta ali Ibrahim wa ala
So try to master that properly before the next class. I want you to make sure you have a control of all these things. You need to know them is a must. You need to know them all by heart to memorize them. So inshallah we're going to start with the dua for the adhan. Inshallah by next week. Allahumma rabba hadhihi da'wa tamma was-salatu qa'ima ati Muhammad wasila wal-fadila وَبَعَثُ مَقَامَ مَحْمُودًا الَّذِي وَعَدْتَهُ. So this is the dua we should have to make after the adhan itself. Inshallah, we will be stopping here. And Allah will give us the best understanding of what we said so far. Make us put them into practice whenever we go into the masajid, inshallah. In case anyone has a question.
No.